Okay, what's up, team? So in today's video, I want to talk about Kadena, I want to talk about Bitcoin, I want to talk about the whole crypto market as a whole and where are we going. A lot of people right now think that this bear market is over because Bitcoin has been pumping. Let's have a look. Because since the not all-time low in 2022, we pumped 21% in Bitcoin only. That is a lot. Now, the thing is that we are still below the 200 moving average right here, and we could potentially come back up and retest it. Now, keep in mind that we have never closed below the 200 moving average. We peaked back a few times, but we have never closed below the 200 moving average ever since this existed in 2015. So it's very, very interesting to see how this is going to be handled. Now, we are far over from the end of a bear market, guys. We have a recession coming up July 1st, okay? A recession is when you have 2 consecutive quarters in a row that are negative GDP essentially. So this is exactly what is happening right now. America will enter in a recession. There's going to be a lot of panic. There's going to be a lot of fear. The reason why Bitcoin is pumping right now is, let's have a look at the RSI. Not only are we below, and we had almost 12 consecutive red candles on the weekly time frame, but we're also oversold, guys. We're oversold on the monthly time frame. Now, if I go on the on the weekly time frame, sorry. If I go on the monthly time frame right here, we actually have never been below this area right here, which is 43.58. And as you guys can see right here, for the first time ever, Bitcoin actually broke that resistance or that support region right here at 43.58. So a relief bounce was imminent. A relief bounce was going to happen either way. It was just a matter of time, and it's exactly happening right now. Now, if we have a look on the weekly, guys, the last time we were this oversold on the weekly was a while ago. It was, I would say, in 2014, guys. That's a long time ago. In 2014 was the last time Bitcoin was oversold. So this is the reason why we are having this nice little relief bounce, is because we were extremely oversold. And in order for essentially to come back down, we have to liquidate all the short sellers, the longers, whatever, the people who are over leverage and so on. So this is exactly what is happening right now. Nothing too crazy. Also on the daily time frame, guys, every time we know that we go below 30 on the RSI, okay, anything that's below 30, this is the RSI. RSI is right here. For those of you guys who don't know how to use the RSI, you would essentially go on indicators, metrics, strategies. You would hit right here, and then you would look for the RSI. Once you have the RSI, this would pop out. Anyways, anything that is essentially below 30 is oversold, and anything that is above 70 is overbought. So you see right here, we saw investors coming to 70 and we saw a huge dump after, and it doesn't always work. Like, for those of you guys who are saying, oh, I'm going to go ahead and use that on the 1 minute time frame, it won't work. But right here we saw a dump. Okay, we saw a dump. It ended up being a hidden bullish divergence, which I talk in a lot of my videos. But right here we had a double top, as you guys can see, and we peaked. Okay, we peaked. Okay, this was the bearish divergence right here. We had a higher high in the charts, higher low, and then we just came down, okay? So it does work, okay? Investors are gonna be looking to short at the 70 region, and investors are gonna be looking to buy below the 30 region. So this is exactly what's happening. We came back down below, and as you guys can see, this was the peak below right here, and we pop back up. So is the bear market over? I see a lot of people are saying, oh, Bitcoin is back up. We're going to 30K. Bear market's over. I told you this was the bottom. No, this is not the bottom. And I could be wrong, but we know what happens in a recession, okay? Everything starts to decline, inflation happens, unemployment, people start withdrawing the money, interest rate is up. And the reason why interest rate and everyone takes out the money is because people don't have money to spend. People lose their jobs in a recession, so they have to withdraw from crypto. Interest rates are high, they have to pay back their debts, their loans. So there's a lot of things that is happening essentially in a recession, and Bitcoin has never experienced a recession before, actually, which is very interesting. The last recession was in 2008 and Bitcoin didn't exist. Bitcoin wasn't traded on exchanges in 2008. So this is why it's interesting. But the thing is that we have to be careful not to be over leveraged. It's okay if you dollar cost average. It's okay if you buy on spot, altcoins, Kadena, Bitcoin. That's completely okay. But don't go ahead and go 10x like other YouTubers. I see a lot of YouTubers, they're going 10x, they're sharing their thing on Twitter, they're sharing the gains. Guys, it is very dangerous. These people can't afford to lose 30 Bitcoins, 40 Bitcoins, and whatnot. Some people can't. Not anyone can. Me personally, I can't afford to lose 50 Bitcoins, and I would never ever leverage that. I would never leverage 10x my 50 Bitcoins on 10x, even if I had that much. Maybe 2 or 3 or 4 unless I have 1,000. But guys, don't go listen to that. Anyways, let's have a look at this rainbow chart real quick. Okay, we know that in bear markets, every time we come at the fire sale region, we usually stick around for quite some time. So a lot of people are hoping that this would happen. Okay, a lot of people are hoping that we're gonna this was the bottom and that's it, we're going up 42,000. We're gonna have a V recovery shape. Guys, I don't think that's going to happen. I'm sorry to break it to you, Mufasa. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think we're going to have a V recovery shape. Like I said, I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, great. I've been accumulating. I bought Chainlink the other day. I bought it at the bottom. I'm up 35%. But guess what? I still think that this bear market is not over. I'm just going to keep dollar costing average at big dumps. I bought right here. I bought right here. I bought right here, I bought right here, and we're gonna keep going up, and I'm gonna keep buying low and low and low until I see we're going sideways. When we do go sideways, like we did right here back in 2018, that's how you know that we're gonna be ready for the next bull market. Okay, right here we went sideways, also right here in 2020. Boom, we had the whole COVID dump, and then we flew to the moon. And that's exactly what's gonna happen, guys. We're gonna accumulate, we're gonna go sideways right here till 2023, 2024, we're gonna explode. I'm not saying we're gonna be obviously there, but we're gonna go sideways like this. And then the halving, as we know, guys, we had a nice little pump before the halving, we consolidated, and then we essentially exploded from there after the halving. So yes, by 2024, 2025, Bitcoin could be, I'm not saying it will be, it could be by $370,000. I don't think we're gonna go all the way up to the bubble territory, but I think we could anywhere between this region, $303,000 to $400,000 is definitely possible by 2025. Guys, 2025 is only 3 years away. Look at this, Bitcoin. Whoever got in 2016, I got in crypto right here in 2017. Look how much has passed. Time goes by so fast, and especially if you're working and you're accumulating, you're only gonna gain from there. So that's that on Bitcoin. Let's have a look on Kadena real quick. Where's Kadena going? Someone said in my in the comments yesterday, will Kadena come back down to 1.38? Well, let's have a look. Was this the Kadena bottom? Was 1.38 the Kadena bottom? Real quick, let's have a look. Well, we were oversold right here. Now, Kadena is pumping, as we know, because Bitcoin is pumping, right? When Bitcoin up 3.4%, Kadena is gonna go up 5, 6, 7%. So nothing too crazy. From the bottom, yes, we are up 31%, even more than that from the bottom. Let me take away the RSI real quick. There's a few levels we're gonna have to look at for Kadena. The number one would be this one. We have strong resistance at this level right here sitting, okay? We also have strong support at 1.38. Can we come back to 1.38? Yes. I think we could go to 2.27 and then come back down to 1.38 and even 75 cents. And as you guys can see right here, this is August approximately. And, to consolidate, we're going to have to see what Bitcoin does at the end of the day, because if Bitcoin keeps dumping and we go, let's say, to 10K, I wouldn't be surprised if Kadena goes to 0.27. Now, keep in mind, guys, that when Bitcoin was right here in August, we were still at I believe, $35,000 and Kadena was at 27. So think about this. If Kadena actually goes to 30 cents, okay, 35 cents, and Bitcoin's at 10K, that means imagine how much Kadena would be when Bitcoin would be at $300,000. It would be way above $200, $300. Yes, including market cap ratio. A lot of people are saying, oh, but what about the market cap? Wouldn't that be really, really high? Yes, the market cap could be 80 billion, 90 billion, even 100 billion. Kadena can be one of the only proof of work coins out there. I mean, proof of work token or coin that is scalable. 400 TPS per second, 20 chains. It is crazy, guys. It is insane in my opinion. Kadena is the future. I mean, I haven't seen anything like that before. We got 270,000 people on the watch list, currently ranked 93, traded at 183, market cap of $337 million. That is an absolute steal in my opinion. 184, we got a max supply of $1 billion or 1 billion tokens, or coins in circulation. The peak was at right here at $28, I believe. Let's have a look. If I come back right here and I see the ATH, 28.25 was the peak on Kadena. Proof of work, mineable. So that's 15x from here, guys. So if you essentially buy Kadena right now, you could still 15x your money. Now, a lot of people, the biggest mistake that a lot of people are doing essentially is they're waiting. They're waiting for it to go back up, which is the biggest mistake. People are like, oh, when is Kadena gonna go back up? Like assuming, first of all, Kadena is not gonna go in a straight line like this. Let's be honest, okay? That's number one. Number two, assuming we do this, okay? Assuming it does some sort of V recovery shape like that, we're looking at November 2022 going back to the all-time high. Can that happen? Very likely, but not at the same time. I mean, we saw this happen. That was the altcoin boom, okay? Crypto lost a lot of value. Investors are, they're scared and they don't trust it. It lost a lot of trust, essentially. So what I do and what I think it will happen to Kadena is something like this, essentially. I'm going to tell you guys right now. And I don't want you to take it in a bad way. This is only a good thing, and you could only or you will only be able to accumulate more. But what Kadena can do is probably something like this. Find the bottom, then go sideways. People are gonna say it's dead. People are gonna say it's dead. People are gonna be pissed. And then we're gonna start, growing a little bit. We're gonna do something like that. Maybe we're gonna come back. Maybe we're gonna come back down right here, retest this level right here. People are gonna say that's it, it's done. This was a dead cat bounce right here. And then we're gonna start growing, and then we're gonna start growing, and then going to 140, 150. And as you guys can see, this makes a lot of sense. Look, we're already at 2024, like I said, and I didn't even look at the charts, but then we could, potentially see something like this by 2025. Kadena could peak, in my opinion, in the next 3 years at $300, $400. I don't know if we're gonna go to really $500, $600, $700, but we could peak literally at $250 to $300. I wouldn't be surprised, but this chart is the most realistic chart. And yes, we're gonna have whatever happened here, okay, is essentially what's gonna happen here, okay? So we're gonna see that crazy increase when this happens, okay? This is as equivalent as this, but it's not gonna happen now. A lot of people are saying, oh, but this happened last July, so maybe we're gonna see a parabolic move. No, Bitcoin is in a bear market, like I said at the beginning of this video, guys. We have to be realistic. We have to accumulate right here, and this is the time where people get rich, because assuming you accumulate Kadena, and it's gonna be hard because a lot of people aren't they can't really think, and they're like, and it's hard. Accumulating is not easy. But assuming you put $1,500 divided by 0.58, okay, that is 2,586 Kadenas, okay. And now assuming your average is sitting at 1.3, okay, that is crazy. Assuming you're putting at 1.3, that is insane. But 2,568 from a one-time investment times 250, you're sitting at $642,000 worth of KDA. Now people are going to be scrapping to get Kadenas at $250. People are going to be spending $1,000 to get 250, to get 200, to get a few Kadenas, 4 Kadenas. People are going to get 4 Kadenas for $1,000. Right now you could get for $1,000, let's do 1,110, whatever, it doesn't matter, divided by 1.83. Look at this. You're getting 606 Kadenas. So I know this video is long, and I'm sorry that this video was long, but this is just the power of essentially accumulating crypto and dollar costing average. Of course, guys, none of this video is financial advice, so always do your own research and due diligence, but it is very, very important to essentially accumulate and do your own research, and this is the time to essentially grow and build together. I don't think there's any better time to essentially build and work, accumulate in a bear market, because whoever accumulates Kadena in this region right here will be rich, and that's guaranteed, almost 100%. And it doesn't have to be Kadena. It could be Link, it could be Bitcoin, it could be Ethereum, it could be, I don't know about Solana. I'm not a big fan of Solana yet. I mean, I know there's a few upgrades happening, but it could be Crow, it could be DOT. Assuming you accumulate all these, cryptos at, or whatever you believe in, at these levels, it will explode. So be safe out there, guys. Don't be a paper hand. Always do your own research and due diligence. July 1st is going to be big news. Recession is coming out, so we might see a pump and then a dump, but in the macro time frame, I think Bitcoin will definitely come back down, maybe below $10,000. Once again, not financial advice. Always do your own research and due diligence, and I will see you guys in my next video tomorrow. Peace.